From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
Ants Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Well, the heat has finally arrived. I mean, of course, it arrived yesterday. It arrived the last few days, right? Temperatures are above normal, and we're going to be looking at close to some record-breaking heat in the valley, but overall not as hot for next week, but still most likely above normal temperatures. All right, here is a look at the high temperature so far today. 108 degrees for Redding, Chico 8 degrees cooler with a high of 100 degrees. Now look at the eastern mountains, kind of interesting, mainly just kind of in the low 90s for those daytime highs today. Mount Shasta City, though, pretty hot at 96, 100 in Wairika. Etna about 94. There's a look at the coast, though, nice and cool at 61, 60 degrees. 101 for Hoopa, Weaverville 102, and Hayfork saw a high today of about 99 degrees. So we still have, of course, that heat advisory. This is going to be through Tuesday, but the one in Trinity County, and of course for the western foothills of the valley, will be until Sunday, that is. Now we also have an excessive heat warning for Friday through Sunday as well. This should be allowed to expire, but temperatures are going to start to slowly drop going through next week. I want to show you the National Weather Service heat risk for Saturday. A lot of reds, even a little bit of purples in there, indicating kind of in that major category, which means it's pretty dangerous heat. Now, I know that some people like to look at that and say 110 degrees, we're used to that. It happens a lot around here, and it does. But it's early in the season, number one, so we're really not used to this. It kind of hits you pretty hard. And number two, you may be healthy and can handle it, but think about the elderly, think about the people who can't handle it as well. So be sure to check on them and make sure they're okay during this heat wave here. We take you on into your Sunday. And what's going to happen is we're going to see less and less of those reds, and the temperatures do start to drop. In fact, look at what happens as we go into Monday. Wow, that's kind of nice, right? We're seeing more in that moderate to even minor heat risk. So it's getting better, but it's still going to be hot any way you look at it. So here's just a friendly reminder when we're talking about the heat. One thing to remember too, is kind of interesting, is that most heat-related deaths occur outside of any heat wave. So kind of interesting there. Of course, you need to make sure you drink plenty of water. Don't leave your pets or anybody in the car. And as I mentioned, assist the elderly and of course the younger children. And don't forget about your pets too. Got to make sure that they're hydrated and they can stay cool as well. There's a look at your planner for your Saturday. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s for the coast, but yeah, Hoopa inland is getting warmer with a high of 103. I happened to yesterday, I keep forgetting, it's going off the scale here. I'm gonna have to fix that. I will, I'll try to fix it. I'll try to remember to fix it at this time. But 110 degrees, you get the idea. 110 degrees for Redding and Red Bluff, 108 for a high in Chico. I can't believe I forgot that again. I forgot the one in for the north and west as well. I'll get to it, 103, but there you can see about 105 for Weaverville, 100 for Wairika, 99 for Mount Shasta City on Saturday. And temperatures eventually reaching the upper 90s, even some triple digits for some of the warmer locations like Paradise, for example. That big ridge of high pressure is responsible for that heat, and it's not going anywhere, at least through the weekend. And I wanted to show you a futurecast because you may recall me mentioning the potential for some showers or thunderstorms, especially in Siskiyou and Modoc counties, and maybe in parts of the southern Cascades and northern Sierra. But at this point, I'm keeping any chances for rain or thunderstorms out of the forecast because it just looks like all the rain and thunderstorms are going to stay up to our north. But we do have, looking at our next 8 to 14 days, we have a better chance of seeing near normal temperatures. Now, that seems promising, and it is, because at least we're not in this category, because that would mean we're back up to 105, 106, 107. But if we get near normal, we're talking about temperatures, at least in the valley, closer to the upper 90s to about 100 degrees in the long range over the next 8 to 14 days. So that's at least some relief in this heat wave. Tonight, not a whole lot of relief for the valley, only dropping down to the low to mid 70s, although a little bit cooler in Willows with about 69. But there you can see mid to upper 50s for the East Mountains and into Modoc County, low to mid 60s for Trinity County, and of course for the coast, no big surprises there in the low 50s. Here's your forecast for your Saturday, looking at 103 in Hoopa, 105 in Weaverville, as well as Hayfork, and there's that 110. I mean, we're getting into a color here that's indicating you're getting into the 1 teens. Okay, so 108 for Chico, 108 for Willows, 95 Chester, even Quincy getting pretty hot with a high of 100, 95 in Alturas, and Ayden, you'll get about 93 degrees. All right, so let's take a look at your neighborhood 7-day forecast. This is Siskiyou County, Mount Shasta in particular. You can see those temperatures are dropping after the weekend for your 4th of July, high of 96. But overall, what you're noticing is that the peak is this weekend. Right? And then we go into next week and temperatures will start to slowly drop. And that's the case for the Valley, for Trinity County, and for the North Coast. So it looks like those temperatures dropping down to 104 for your 4th of July for Redding, and mid to upper 90s by Thursday and Friday. In Weaverville, also dropping below 100 degrees by Tuesday, low to mid 90s by Thursday and Friday. And of course, for the coast, no big changes there. We're just going to keep those temperatures in the low 60s. In fact, could even drop down to about 59 degrees by next Tuesday.